Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sewing this beautiful maxi modest dress while we talk a little bit about my previous video. So last year I literally took the biggest leap of faith in my entire life. I decided to pick up my bags and move into a new city without a plan, without an income, without having ever lived there in over 20 years. And it was such a hard decision for me to make. I had just graduated from university and it was just really hard for me to go back and live with my mom after not having to live with her for a very long time, after not having to depend on her for a very long time. It was a very uncomfortable situation for me. I tried doing it for a year and I felt like nothing was changing. I was developing new hobbies. I was learning how to sew, and my mom, she didn't really seem interested in my love for sewing and new hobbies at first, but now she's like into it. She really loves my design. She really encourages my work. She's my biggest fan now. But learning to do something else while you're living under someone else's roof and also building a business, it can be very hard. So though I didn't have an income, I didn't particularly have a place to stay, I decided it would be better for me to just be an adult for once, pick up my things. And I prayed about this situation. It was not a situation that I just did out of the blue. I really did pray a lot, and I felt as if God was giving me a go ahead to live, and I knew that He was going to be with me either way. And He really was. I spent an entire year just job hunting, working on my business, failing here and there, but He always provided for me. I had a roof over my head. Though I didn't have a place to stay, I was staying with my brother, but I had a roof over my head, and I'm so grateful for that. So it was something that I did pray about. It was not something that I did out of the whim. I felt strongly that I needed to leave home. I could not stay there anymore. I missed my mom this whole year that I was away from her, because the previous year I had stayed with her for a long time, and it was also heartbreaking to leave her alone, to stay on her own, because I am very overprotective of her. I don't want her to be lonely, but at the same time I was so lonely staying with her because I felt like an adult but who's also a child, and that year was a year where I got so heartbroken the most. Like, a lot of life situations were happening all at once. My heart was so broken most of that year. 2021, oh my god, no, 2022, I think it was 2022, definitely 2022. Sorry guys, I'm not editing this audio, but 2022 I got so heartbroken in multiple facets of life. I felt like it was a year where I had to grow up a lot, where I had to experience a lot of tragedies, and there came a time where I couldn't even talk about what I was feeling because I couldn't express it. And being under my mom's roof, having to also take care of her while I was heartbroken, while I couldn't communicate it, it was very hard for me. I felt I didn't know how to function. I felt I needed a new place where I would be on my own, and I feel like I became my brother's burden, because when I came here I completely broke down. I didn't have a mom to take care of anymore. I didn't have to look out for her anymore, but my brother had a burden and that was me, and I feel so heartbroken that I put him through that. I have not even apologized to him, and I know I should, but yeah, that is me just unpacking my thoughts and what has happened this past year that I didn't film. I love sharing my work, my life and everything, and I feel like the past 2 years have just been in the dark, and I'm just trying to formulate those 2 years in a 5 minutes video but I hope it made sense. I think I will encourage that if you ever decide to want to move and go into a new place, pray first about it, because oh my goodness, it's so hard. It's so hard to do it on your own. I felt I had the bravery because I did it with God. He gave me the go ahead to live.